Ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Prizo Joe, and I'm a citizen of Cameroon. I am also a member of a political party well known in Douala, which is the United People for Social Renovation, in which leader is Serge Espoir Matumba, who recently was elected or invested to represent this party into upcoming presidential election. But now, my message is addressed to all Cameroonian, obviously, but particularly to a group of Cameroonians. And I'm talking to this group of Cameroonians because we are in the year 2025. And when we refer to numerology, this date or this year is a very significant one, not only because there are elections, but because of the figures. And so the relationship that will establish here between the figures or the numbers and the elections are very, very important to be understood. We are in a very delicate year, a year whereby we are called to go into voting to choose a new president for the 7th year to come. Now, my message is actually addressed to all Cameroonians, but most specifically, I'm addressing to the range of youth. First, which age vary between 20 years and 25 years. 20 and 25 years. As I said, we are in the year 2025. And this reference is with a deep meaning. First of all, it is good to remind us that when we look at the enrollment and the amount of participation of youths of this range in the elections in past years, obviously it is very, very insignificant because very less Cameroonians between 20 and 25 years are registered into the voters list for diverse reasons. Someone pretend that, okay, well, it doesn't make any change. Some because they are careless, some because they were discouraged, they were instrumentalized, and were told that there is no need to register into the voters list. But I want to tell them that this year is a year with a difference. This year is a year where they have to pick up their destiny in their hands, because the more they register, the more people will have the hope to see that there is a change. It is necessary here to remind those between that range of age that it is from 20 years that you prepare your future. And by the way, we know that today in our society, there are young people aged 20 years who are parents. Some assume social responsibilities, family responsibilities, and all the like. And this period of time, of lifetime, it is a period when someone begins to carve his future. Therefore, there is no reason why one another should not understand the necessity of registering into the voters list. Twenty 25 is a significant year for you also who are between 20 and 45 years old. Because if you take 20 and you add it to 25, you have 45. So this extension of the range is not by chance. It is not a casual thing. It's not obviously accidental, but it is an opportunity for those aged between 20 and 45 years to understand that this year it is their year, the year when they have to take part into the move of bringing the change that is hoped, the change that has been sought or has been sought for many years. And I want to tell them that from the history of our country, those who have emerged to become leaders, even before the independence, were all aged around 40 years old. Even the present president became prime minister. He was about 44, 45 years. He became president of the republic when he was 49 years. So I want to urge you to register, because registering is just like, picking a key to open a door. And in fact, your voter's card will serve as a key to open the door to the change that you hope for, or that which you expect, which you yearn for. I want you to understand also that voting is your civic and political right, and therefore you are obliged to assume them. It is also your obligation, because you have responsibility to assume towards the country. So go in, register, and prepare for voting. Prepare, because it's time for you to effect the change you have been talking about. And nobody else will do that for you. Don't accept any person to deceive you. It is your right to go in for vote, first by registering into the voters list, and secondly, going to cast your vote for a change. It is not somebody else who will do it for you. I hope and I believe this message will not fall into deaf ears. You will take it seriously. And between now and the month of August, you must have registered, because I say your registration in mass will certainly invert the tendency. And suppose about 1,500,000 amongst you who are not voters, who do not own a voter's card, do register now. Imagine what will happen. Obviously, that will be the first greatest sign that there will be a change. And you have to register so that this change or this sign will assure you that the change you yearn for will be effected in October. Thank you for hearing. Thank you for effecting this counsel for your betterment.